Hi everyone, I'm Richard D, and today I'm going to be reading you a flash fiction that I wrote yesterday at Exeter Authors Association, a writers group I belong to. We have a monthly prompt and half an hour's free writing, and this is what I came up with. Here's the prompt. Someone receives a message from their past warning them of the consequences of their actions. And this is what I came up with. The letter was unremarkable, apart from the fact that I never got letters. Everything in my world was done on the phone. I paid bills, dictated essays, lived my life on the screen. Nobody could afford stamps anymore, not even for a birthday card. If you did send anything, it took ages, yet the junk mail always managed to get through. I looked at it, a cheap envelope, standard font, written on an old-fashioned typewriter that even spelt my name properly, Erik with a K. I turned it over, looking for a return address, something to give me a clue. There was nothing. I opened it and found several sheets of paper folded over. It started with a bang. "Hello, Erik," it said. "You don't know me. How could you? I'm your great-grandfather, George Taylor. As I'm sure you'll remember from your parents and others, I disappeared without a trace long before you were born." I stopped reading. This had to be a practical joke. The letter was recent. The stamp was one of the new ones with the code on. The paper felt fresh. George had been gone for over 80 years. He couldn't be writing me letters. If he was still alive, someone in my family would know. I read on. "The truth is," he continued, "I invented a time machine. I always intended to go and get some proof that I could travel in time and return with it. But after what I found in the future, it opened my eyes to the risks. I decided that the world didn't need to know. There was just too much chance of someone doing something stupid, so it was better off if I kept the knowledge to myself." I could understand that. Once politicians or businessmen got hold of a time machine, all sorts of chaos could ensue. But there was more. "I've travelled far and wide. I've seen so much of our past and future. Any influence I might have had on things has been kept to a minimum. Then I discovered something that led me to you. I had to find out more about your life. And that's when I decided I needed to act. I found out that you, my dear descendant, are the one who's going to throw a spanner in the works." That was at the bottom of the page. My hand shook. I was confused. Despite everything, this had to be a fake. I considered throwing the letter away and forgetting all about it, but I knew that I couldn't. I had to read more. "Erik, you're going to meet a girl," George wrote on the second sheet. "You'll fall in love, and quite right. She's perfect for you, strong and clever, but she has a flaw. Over time, you'll find out that she's opinionated and has been indoctrinated by the people she's been mixing with. It means that she has some crazy ideas about a lot of things." I didn't understand where he was going with this. Lots of people have differing views. So what? Before you realise what's happening, this girl will lead you down a very dark path. We'll end up doing something together that will change the world. I don't want to tell you too much, because foreknowledge can be dangerous. That's another thing I've learnt in all my wanderings. I've tried to stop you from taking that final step so many times. I've worn out my time machine, leaping back to try again and again, but I can never stop you, no matter what I do. You'll have heard of the grandfather paradox, the idea that you can't invent a time machine and go and kill your grandfather, because then you wouldn't exist to invent a time machine. It was all theory, but in your case, even though the circumstances are slightly different, I can tell you it's true. Not that I wanted to kill you, I just wanted to stop you from doing something that you'll regret. And you might wonder how I know that you'll regret it. That's simple. I know because you told me afterwards. It was because of your regret and what it made you do that I've spent so much of my life trying to change things. So, in desperation and with one jump left, I decided the only thing I could do was to go back and appeal to your younger self. This is the last chance. Please, Erik, when you hear the name Beth Morlock, keep walking and never tell a soul. The future depends on it." I hope you enjoyed that. Keep your eyes out for more flash fiction coming soon on this channel, and have a great day.